Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back for another episode of Portal. Portal in 2015.
Please note that we have added a consequence for failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record, followed by death. Good luck.
So, potential drowning and no iWatch stations are available. We are at puzzle 8. Let's look at this puzzle. Ew. So, now we're seeing a platform, now we're seeing a transmitter receiver, now we're seeing an orange stationary thing that's going to just bounce it right about there and not anywhere close to that. And we see this. Alright, so now is the time for a confession. When I first played Portal, I didn't really pay enough attention to the voice talking to me. I thought it was just a computer that was somewhat helping me, somewhat guiding me. At this point, if you've never played Portal, I want you to think about how you feel about this voice and these puzzles that assumedly the voice is making you go through. Just take a minute and think about that. Think about how you feel it and what you think the voice is trying to accomplish, what you think this is all about. For me, I did not, at this point, think that the voice was, at the very least, not really that concerned about whether I stayed alive or not. It didn't seem like it was that malevolent. It didn't seem like it was being that mean-spirited. Like I said, I think the part where it said that you're a horrible person was because I kind of cheated that test and that was an Easter egg. I don't think it said that at all. This is the point where I should have realized that at the very least the voice doesn't care if you live or die. It's putting you through this test with this nasty, nasty water that will drown. You will drown if you fall in it. I'm not gonna probably kill myself on purpose, but you will drown, you will die. So you have this that will kill you, and you have this that will kill you. 2 items have been introduced now that will definitely kill you. And this is the point I think you should start realizing the voice really doesn't care about you, that some of this stuff is dangerous. You should have gotten a little hint of that when the whole puzzle about it lying and saying it wasn't going to monitor you and then it did monitor you. You should have gotten a little bit about that, but it should ramp up now. You should realize that something is wrong. These obviously shouldn't be the tests that you would run a normal human through. Things where the risk of death is high. But we've talked long enough, so let's go ahead. We see this little burn mark. Let's shoot the burn mark and see what happens. It comes out this orange one, and it hits this. Okay, so, and then it hits this, and then it hits this, and bounces back. Okay, so, well, we see the red part here. So let's shoot the red part. Ah! Did a little U-turn there. Little trick. Of course. So, if you didn't see it, it went from the transmitter to there, and then hit here, bounced off the wall, and hit here. One other way I could have done is I could have shot here and created an infinite loop in which it would have just gone and cycled in a loop, come out here, go through there, come out there. Here it goes here. Wouldn't have really helped that much because I don't think it's the number of bounces that destroys the energy pellet. I think it's just a matter of time. Of course, the question is, how do I get to this platform and eventually over there? You have to... This puzzle's taught us a little bit about thinking right angles again, reinforcing that thought of making the energy pellet go from going one direction to the other direction. Then it makes us think, oh yes, it bounces and it goes back, so think not only right angles, but think linearly but a curved line in space. If you understand that, think like a U shape. And then it's reinforcing, remember, you still have to use portals to move around too. So you can put a portal here, put a portal here. Let's see. You can get it right up to this elevator. Can't put it on the sign. No eye wash stations. Can't wash out your eyes. That's an annoying hum. Hear that when you stand right next to it? Boy, is that annoying. So we sit it here, and here's a little warning: don't get hit in the face with the pellet. It's much like some of the very early puzzles. How are we going to get from one place to the other? And this is how. Wow, I barely made that. Nasty water.
Very impressive. Please note that any appearance of danger is merely a device to enhance your testing experience.
Okay, so it says any appearance of danger is just a device to enhance the experience. As in, oh, you really weren't in danger. You really weren't going to die if you fell in the water. Now, I think probably when I first played this, I didn't fall in the water. And that probably led me to naively go through this game a lot longer than I thought. Thinking one way when I should really have been leaning another way. It's pretty obvious that if you fall in here and drown, it's pretty obvious that this voice does not care about you. Let's see. Also, can't put portals through water, can't put portals on water. Even halfway to it. That would be really interesting. I'm not sure if they ever really implemented just a flooded room puzzle that just put a portal here over the drain and drain it out. I don't think they did. I don't think they did it in... I'm 100% certain they didn't do it in Portal, but I'm also certain they didn't do it in Portal 2 either. So, hey, there's a whole new mechanic right there that they could put into Portal 3 if they wanted. Puzzles are getting more complicated, and they're getting deadlier. We are now, this is the official out of the tutorial puzzles, really. This is the, oh yeah, you can really die if you don't do this. Right. Why are we doing all this? All of that is yet to be answered. What does the voice want? Why is it putting me in danger? Yet to be answered. Should have at this point realized you were in danger. If not, a couple puzzles back if you ran into the energy bin. But it is so easy if you're just a pretty good player. If you're just a slightly, even an average video game player, it would have been really easy to get to this point and a lot further and never die just because of of general avoidance of danger that you wouldn't have realized what was going on to this point, what you should have realized. But yeah, this is the turning point. This was puzzle 8, I believe. At this point in the series, I think you've probably watched 80 to 90 minutes. So, does it feel like you've watched an hour and a half of footage? I hope not. It seems really, really short to me. And on this puzzle, I think we would, if we were speed running, we would have been done with this in probably, 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah. Because if we were speed running and we knew the answers and the solutions, we would do them all very fast. And I do know the answers and solutions, but I'm trying to go as slow as possible. You're still not really seeing what was my actual first run experience because I'm doing the right thing on the first try. Certainly didn't do the right thing on the first try a lot of times. Is there a point in the Talos principle like this? To reference this to the Talos principle in 2015. Notice I haven't really referenced this game to Portal 2, and really because it's all kind of the same game. Portal 1 runs right into Portal 2. If you've never played Portal 1, you shouldn't play Portal 2. You should go play Portal first and then play Portal 2. It's all connected. So I don't think Portal 2 is better. It's more improved in every way on top of what what Portal was. It had a much bigger budget. It was longer than even how long you're going to see this game, and there's still a lot of this game to go. Don't think we're anywhere close to the end. I have to keep on repeating that because I know the puzzle numbers seem like we are really close to the end or halfway through. We're not. There was way more story in Portal, way more puzzles, way more broad scope of it, way more dialogue, but it's an improvement in every way, pretty much. The only thing I can say that Portal 2 maybe it doesn't do is it doesn't stay as pure as a level like this. You're probably not going to see a level like this where it's just a room with a simple puzzle with a few elements. Portal 2 gets a little bit crazier with a lot more mechanics. Now, to go back to what I was thinking about, the Talos Principle. Is there a point in the Talos Principle where it seems like there's danger that you could die? Well, actually, very early in the game, a lot earlier than this game, you run into these hovering mines in the Talos Principle that will, if you get close to them, kill you. And so, pretty early, a lot earlier than this, you realize there are elements to the game that can kill you. But since you're just a robot / computer program, all it does is change your version number. And so every time you die, your version number goes up, and then you rewind to the beginning of the puzzle, basically, and try again. So very low penalty. Is there a character that's really trying to kill you or do anything bad to you in the Talos Principle? Or even looking slightly nefarious? Not really. You run into an AI that's supposed to be kind of like the snake from the Garden of Eden, and it tries to instill in you the concept that you should doubt some things that the God voice in the Talos Principle is telling you, but not really trying to kill you or anything. Nothing's really trying to kill you except for the air mines and some of the puzzles. There's machine guns, and some of the puzzles there's a couple other things that try to kill you, but it's not like they're nefarious. They're just automated machines that can kill you as much as this toxic-looking sludge could kill you if you stepped in it. There's nothing nefarious about the sludge. It's just you don't want to touch it. I really felt and had hoped at some point in the Talos Principle there would have been a moment like this where you saw that maybe the God voice didn't have your complete interest in mind, but it really never happens. It really just sticks to its original story and doesn't really put any twists. Again, I'm giving a spoiler for the game by saying there really aren't any spoilers. It's very consistent, and it's a little dull for that. I mean, I want twists in stories. Stories without twists are boring. But yeah, would have been nice if the Talos Principle had a level like this, where it seemed a little too conveniently set up to kill me. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of the video, because all that helps me out. If you want to follow me on social links, they are all down in the description. If you're not watching this on some kind of YouTube app or something, or the page, and you can't see the description, search me on YouTube, Rydo, R-Y-D-O, and find my page, subscribe there. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Steam, I'm on Battle.net. Through my YouTube page, you can get to my Google Plus and follow me there. All that will help me out a lot. I want more viewers, I want more subscribers. That's really important to me. And that's it. So have a good evening.